Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is MS Collections. So in one of my previous videos, we started on how to cut this gown. We just focused on the neckline, the design you see on the neckline and the upper part of the body. So in today's tutorial, I'll be showing us how to cut out the remaining part of the gown. Okay, so this is just an excerpt from the previous video. We started by marking the princess that bustier, or of course you can use any bustier that you desire. You can use the princess that bustier, you can use the straight cut bustier, you can use the shoulder line bustier. Okay, but for this one we used the princess that bustier, and of course that's it. I like the caption in the video. If you do not know how to draft your princess that bustier, I have the video on my channel. I have more than one video on how to do that on my channel, so do well to check it out. And of course, feed yourself, learn from it. It captures a well-detailed explanation on how to cut both the front piece and the back piece. Okay, so this is what we are working on right now. And if you are new to the channel, please do well to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, of course, a big welcome to you. Please do well to subscribe to the channel. Do also give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to share, and most importantly, do not forget to turn on your notification bell, okay, so you get notified when I drop new videos, because I always upload amazing content. Okay, so at some point I'll just go off so that you can just watch and learn. These are process videos, and of course the more you watch, the more you learn. our skirt part. Okay, now because of editing, I kind of captured the upper part before the lower part of the dress. But when you're making this dress, it's usually advisable that you cut out the biggest part of the dress. So if the down part of the dress is the biggest part of the dress, go ahead and cut it out. And before, just to economize, or should I say maximize your fabric. Alright, so go ahead and mark the lower part of the dress. So it's very simple. If you know how to mark your skirts or your A-line skirt, it's basically the same method. The only difference is, instead of placing your tape at the beginning of, or should I say placing your tape at the beginning, what you have to do is you're going to place your tape from the continuation of your client's half cut. Now, for example, my client's half cut is 14 inches. I added about 3 inches to that, so that when I'm done, I'll have 2 inches after the half cut, if you know what I mean. So 14 plus 2 inches is 16 inches. So I'm going to start my tape. I'm going to place my tape from 16 inches. Okay, just like you saw me doing the tutorial. It's just like it's a gown, so I'm basically continuing my measurement because I want the joining to happen at 16 inches. I'm going to place my tape from 16 inches, and that will be my waistline, or should I say the continuation of the gown. So from that 16 inches, I'm going to mark my hip length and of course the gown length. Okay, so what you've seen is I've gone ahead to join, and because it's an A-line gown, there'll be having a dart is not necessary. So you can see I've gone ahead to connect the points. I have my allowance, 1.5 inch allowance, and from this point I just went ahead to connect. Okay, now this gown is an A-line gown, but my client didn't want the A-line to be much. She just wanted it straight from the hip. Okay, so that's why from that point I just took it straight down to the base of the gown. Okay, now behind the scene I still went ahead to even that hip, because you can see the hip is kind of pointed, so I just went ahead to just even it a bit for everything to align. Then I'm going ahead to fold another fabric to cut out the back piece. Very simple. The only difference at this point is your zipper allowance. Just leave your zipper allowance and you are good to go. Now, just in case you're wondering why this gown it's like maybe it could have been an A-line gown without the half cut, but looking closely at the style, you see that the up is fitted. You can see that fitting. You can see the bustier on the up. Okay, so that gives us a clue that it has a detached half cut, and then you can also see that it has a trouser pocket. Okay, so of course, we are going to be cutting all that in this video. I'll still go off again, just left for you to watch. I'll come in and comment where necessary. Okay, so we are done cutting the down part of the gown. Next thing is the sleeve, and it's a very simple sleeve. So you can see what I'm marking. Just fold the amount of fabric you want, based on how much volume you want at the base. Of course, the armhole round for the top is going to be the fitted armhole round of the client. Okay, so whatever armhole round is we are going to have it fitted at the top, and then we are going to just flay it down as though it were an A-shaped sleeve. Okay, so that's how you achieve the kind of sleeve we saw on the dress. So we are going to flay it down based on how much volume you want. You can fold your fabric by 15 inches, by 18 inches, just dependent on how much volume you want. Just ensure that after you secure your armhole round, from that point go ahead and flay it down, and of course do not forget to curve the edges. Okay, I did that at some point. Okay, so this is me cutting it, and this is me just confirming my measurement, and then I went ahead to cut both sleeves together. So if you have come this far in my video and you have not given me a thumbs up, I mean, what exactly are you waiting for? It means you're learning, it means you're benefiting. So do also give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that our videos can be recommended to many others. Do not forget to share and turn on your notification bell. Why do we ask you to do that? It's just because we want you to be the first to get notified when we upload new videos, because like I said, I always drop amazing content. Okay, so back to our dress. What we are going to do now is the pocket. Now the pocket on this style is a trouser pocket. There are many names for it, but if you know a trouser, a male trouser, the kind of pocket they have on male trousers is the kind of pocket this gown has. Okay, and it's usually 7 by 14. That when you fold it into two, the width is 7 and then the length is 14. So it's just like 14 by 14. The only difference is it's folded into 2, 7. So if you're not folding anything, you're looking at 14 by 14. But when you're making this pocket for a female, you must know that measurement, should I say 7 by 14 or 14 by 14, that measurement is when the allowance is just half inch. You know, if you are familiar with male clothing, you know that male wear do not carry much allowance, mostly half inch. So half inch, when you have that allowance of half inch, you can do your pockets folded into 7 by 14. Now, but for the female dresses where our female folks really like allowance, you have to consider the allowance. So let's say for this dress I use an allowance of 1.5 inch. The size of my pocket is going to be 7 plus 1.5, that is 9.5. So folded into 2, sorry, that's 8.5. So folded into 2, I'm going to be having a width of 8.5, length of 14. Nothing tampers with the length. So you see this curve at the base, okay, it's just for this is how the pocket is usually cut. Of course, like I said, there are many other methods. This is just one of it. All you have to do is from the beginning of the pocket, come down by 9 inches, then go in. Now, can you see the allowance I left at that top? If it was just 7 by 14, you discover that my pocket is going to be smaller because of this allowance that I'm going to be trimming out here. Now, but because I added my allowance on the dress, which is an extra 1.5 inch, my pocket is not smaller. You have it wider at the top. Then I have my actual pocket width, which is 7 inches at the base of the dress. I really hope you get, guys, but if you don't understand, do well to ask your questions specifically in the comment section and I'll attend to you. So I'm going ahead to cut the second pocket, and when it comes to the part of this dress, we are done. Okay, so let me know what you think about this video, guys. Was it helpful? If it was, do well to let me know. And this is me saying a very big thank you for watching. So when it comes to the cutting of this dress, like I said earlier, we are done with every piece and bit of this dress. It's very simple, and I really hope this video was helpful. Please subscribe again if you haven't. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching. Do well to stay tuned to my YouTube channel. I always drop amazing content. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. Bye.